Hi everyone and welcome to NameHero.com. This is my Determining Your Niche or Niche video tutorial on how to determine what category of people that you're going to target when you engage in reseller hosting. This is part of my Reseller Hosting 101 course. You can find this on NameHero.com/startup or NameHero.com/blog. I'm going to be posting this video as well as these slides around the internet, so you might find it beneficial to head over to NameHero.com/blog and find the course and register so you can actually take the entire course from step by step. This is a 100% free course, and it's to teach you the ins and outs of reseller hosting and how you can use reseller web hosting to make money for your business or even start a new business that has to do with reseller web hosting. So in this video tutorial, I want to talk about how you determine your niche or niche, and it's basically who you're going to target and who your customers are going to be with your reseller hosting business. Web hosting all comes down to finding the right customer for your product, to signing them up, and then to charge them a price point that makes sense for both of you. So let's just jump right on into it. Without a doubt, the most popular group of people to offer web hosting are WordPress developers and web developers. The reason being, it's an easy way to generate recurring revenue from your current clients. A lot of people that develop WordPress sites or develop websites, they'll spend all this time for a customer, and the customer will pay them a lot of times a good rate. But once the sale is made, once it's over with, then they lose that revenue. Unless the customer comes back for an update or comes back for a redesign later on, there's no more revenue for the customer. So we're seeing a lot of WordPress developers, especially because WordPress is all the hype right now, that are offering web hosting to their customers. They're saying, well, we'll not only develop your website, but we will host your website for you. So at NameHero, we offer reseller packages that tailor specifically to this crowd of people. And we've seen a lot of success. There's a lot of WordPress developers making a good bit of money right now, reselling web hosting to their customers. And because you can get away with charging a little bit extra of a premium when you're reselling to your current customers. They already trust you, especially if you're a good designer, hopefully. They trust you, they have a relationship with you, and rather than sign up for hosting and then having you develop their site or whatnot, they can handle everything on one nice invoice, one nice bill. It's a perfect upsell to your current development packages. I know there's some web developers and WordPress developers we work with that just have a monthly rate, and it comes with the web design. So for example, there's one individual I know, he charges $250 a month for a WordPress website, and it includes a couple hours of updating each month, and it also includes web hosting. So he packages all that in there. You could offer this, maybe you have a package like that that doesn't include hosting, and the hosting could be the upsell. So maybe for $19 a month, maybe $10 a month. I don't know. Only you know your clients and customers. But this is without a doubt the most popular and probably one of the easier sub-niches to get into just because they need it already. And the reason at NameHero that I like to promote this to WordPress developers is we offer a managed hosting solution. So a lot of the managed WordPress hosts have came about in recent years, such as WP Engine, Pagely, and you can offer that same quality of hosting to your customers. And it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to kind of buy it wholesale and then to resell it. And I'll get into that a little bit more into this video. All of our reseller accounts include PHP 7, Lightspeed's WordPress cache plugin, free SSL certificates, and automatic and nightly backups, which are all features that your WordPress customers specifically want to use. Now, I'm not discriminating regular web developers. If your clients don't use WordPress, we still have all those benefits to you as well, to your customers. The reason why I keep mentioning WordPress so much, because I'm seeing more and more people want to use it because the end user likes it. My dad owns a self-storage facility, and his website's very important to his business, but he's by far anything from a technical guru, an HTML expert. So he uses WordPress for his website. So when he wants to edit some content on his website, he changes his prices, based on supply and demand. He can just log into WP Admin and change them. He doesn't have to FTP in. He doesn't have to call his developer or anything. It's all right then and there. So that's, one of the reasons why WordPress is so popular. Let's move on. Small and local businesses. many of your small local businesses around your cities, they just know about the big named web hosts. They know they need a website. Regardless if it's the local butcher down the street, or if it's the fine dining restaurant uptown, or if it's a tractor supply company. Everyone needs a website nowadays because your customers are Googling you. They're looking you up before they go in. They want to read reviews. They want to see your products. They want to learn more about your business, especially with everyone carrying around a smartphone nowadays. The need to have a website now, it's a requirement. If you don't have a website, your business is behind. So because of this, most of the local businesses, they just know about the big name hosts, the hosts that have spent a lot of money advertising. I just recently featured a piece on our blog at NameHero that shows that GoDaddy spent $200 million in 2016 on marketing and advertising alone. So that just shows you, how much the big companies are really putting in. That's a substantial amount of money, and that's only going to increase as with the times. Now, because these companies get so big, unfortunately, they really lack in customer service and support. Bluehost is a popular host out there. They don't even offer a ticket system anymore. So if you have a support issue, you have to wait on live chat, which the wait times are anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, or give them a call, which again, you're waiting 5, 10, 20 minutes to get someone on the phone. Me personally, I hate that. I like ticket communication when I have a technical issue. Just how it goes. At NameHero, we offer live chat, we offer a telephone, and we offer tickets. Our tickets are all answered within 15 minutes. So if you have a question for your customers, you can ask us, and then we'll help you out. But because of this, your customers are getting frustrated out there. And I see this every day at NameHero. People that come in from these hosts are frustrated because they're not getting the attention that they need. So if you're reselling hosting, you can target these small and local businesses and just kind of offering that personal insight. Right now, I challenged someone last year, and I challenge you as a reseller, go to your favorite restaurant today. Ask to speak to the manager while you're sitting there hanging out. Maybe you're in the bar and you're going to have a drink and some an appetizer or something. Ask the manager, about their website. Do you know anything about who manages your website? Do you guys need help on your website, or do you know? I bet you if you did that, and you do that every day, you'd probably start picking up a couple customers every single week, maybe every single day. I also recommend targeting professionals, doctors and lawyers. Lawyers are huge, especially in big cities. I live in Kansas City, Missouri, and you can drive around town and you can see the majority of the big billboards out there are for personal injury attorneys. Well, these type of attorneys, they need a strong web presence. The lead generation and getting their name out there is everything to them. The thing about these guys and gals, they have tremendous budgets. They have a lot of money. So if you mean business, you could target just local attorneys, and you could probably make a couple $100,000 a year just targeting local attorneys if you live in a metropolitan area such as Kansas City. Probably 20, 30 customers would probably generate you 6 figures a year. If you were charging them correctly and kind of doing their development or helping them through lead generation, as long as you help give them a strong web presence, it's a perfect opportunity. I know here in Kansas City, I have a young son, and his pediatrician, I went to their website and I clicked on the Powered By link. The people that power their website are a group of web developers and designers and hosters that just work with doctors. So they kind of sub-niched it out. I did more research to the fellow that fixed my air conditioning unit. The people that developed his site, they just specialize in HVAC websites. So there's all these small niches or niches that you can jump into. They're small and local to where you can make a lot of money. So a lot of reseller hosts think that web hosting is just trying to compete against GoDaddy or trying to compete against HostGator, trying to compete against Bluehost. Well, that might be the case, but if you're going out just to start a business for yourself, eventually you want to become a millionaire. I think that's every business person's goal is they want to become a millionaire. They want to become wealthy from their business. But you have to look at reality too. You have to make your first $1,000 before you make your first $100,000. You have to make your first $100,000 before you make your first $1,000,000. You have to make your first $1 before you make your first $100. So you kind of look at it that way, and you realize, okay, well, if I can go out today and I can sign 5 or 10 clients, I'll make a couple $100. And that's the start to your business. So that's where I recommend starting, getting out there to those professionals. I like professionals because they have the money. The doctors, the lawyers, the white collar workers, they have the money and they're going to pay you for your service. Whereas, if you're targeting some of these other industries that might not really value their website as much, you might have a hard time getting money from those type of customers. Internet marketing and advertising. This is another huge niche, and I'm going to tell you about my own experience. Prior to starting NameHero, I operated a large internet marketing discussion forum and consulting business, and this is a tremendous niche of individuals and people that couldn't find good web hosting, especially affiliate marketers. They need just a little bit more attention sometimes to web hosting. A lot of the really good internet marketers, those that made a lot of money, they couldn't find a good web host, and so a lot of them would pay. They had their guy, they called it their guy or girl, but most of them called it their hosting guy. I've got a guy that hosts my stuff. Well, you can be that guy or gal because it only takes a couple of those customers to really generate some big money. I operated another internet advertising company at one point in time where we had, well, two really, we had full-time staff members that all they did was manage our hosting because we had so much of it. You know, maybe you could get a contract like that. That's a good sub niche. That's where you don't have to target thousands of people. You can only target a couple customers and do a really good job with it, offering a really high quality, high available web hosting infrastructure. And you can do that with our hosting packages here at NameHero. We have every package to help you really do that. And to generate a lot of money. Internet marketers and advertisers, they have the money. They're making it in their campaigns, but they need to stay online. So it's important to them. So that's another niche that, you know, I think that you should consider when you're looking at your business. Managed web hosting. Now, this is the main thing at NameHero that we tout ourselves on, and all of our reseller packages include managed features, meaning that everything is managed. All the software is updated automatically. The hard drives are scanned. Everything's provisioned for you. There's some features there let's talk about. Lightspeed web server. It's 9 times faster than Apache. HostGator, Bluehost, GoDaddy, they all use Apache. So you're 9 times faster than them. So bam, there's a benefit. Solid state drives with RAID 10. Solid state drives are faster than SATA hard drives. So there's your advantage because all the companies I just mentioned, they use the old school SATA drives. RAID 10 protects against failure. If a drive fails, RAID 10 allows us to grab the data off of it. So it's not a complete data loss. So then there's more redundancy you can offer your customers. Maria database. This is a MySQL drop-in replacement. It's the new MySQL. MySQL scripts work just fine with it, but it's much higher performance. The cPanel control panel, it's a tremendous benefit. Most all the companies I mentioned offer that, but so you're going to be right on par with them. One-click installs, including WordPress installs. Cloudflare with Railgun. If your customer was to go to cloudflare.com and buy a package that has Railgun, they would spend at least $200 a month. The cheapest package on cloudflare.com with Railgun is $200 a month. That's free at NameHero. You can offer that to your customers for free, or you can charge them for it. It doesn't matter. If they're getting it cheaper than $200 a month, they're saving. WordPress caching. At NameHero, we offer Lightspeed caching for WordPress. You can offer that to your customers. It's the fastest caching plugin in WordPress on the market right now. Free and automatic SSL certificates. We all know that SSL is a requirement. If your website or if your customers' websites do not have secure certificates, Google is going to show you lower in the search results. So you can tell this to your customers because they need to know. If your customer is offering HVAC repair in Kansas City, and of course someone's going to Google that, if they don't show up in the top 10, then what's the use of them even having a website? So if they don't have an SSL certificate, the guy or gal that does is going to show up there. So that's a requirement. People like GoDaddy, they're going to charge you $50 a year for one certificate. At NameHero, they're free, automatic, and unlimited, as many as you need. Free and unlimited and automatic, they just work. Finally, nightly backups with point and click restore inside of cPanel. Crap happens sometimes. Sometimes you accidentally delete a file. Sometimes your customers accidentally delete a file. Sometimes it's an email that's needed. This is automatically with NameHero. All of our reseller accounts have point and click restores right inside of cPanel. You can offer this to your customers, let them know they can sleep sound, knowing that their data is safe and secure. So by tailoring your services as the reseller, as managed hosting, you can charge a discounted rate. You can often charge a discount rate over the discounted host. So you can basically you can charge a better rate than the discounted host out there. You can get away with charging a little bit more. So outside of HostGator, GoDaddy, Bluehost, you can charge a little bit more than the discounted guy or girl out there, because you're able to offer this managed hosting. And this is why we developed these packages like this at NameHero. So we had that added benefit that you could give your customers as well. If you want to offer a caliber service like Pagely or like WP Engine, you can do that with a NameHero reseller account. Fully managed hosting you can offer. Okay, let's talk about the discount web hosting. This is important. Since the early 2000s, the web hosting industry really became flooded with a ton of discount web hosts, because it was often thought that since there was this huge explosion in the early 2000s of web hosting, that the cheapest person would win. And we kind of get this from our fast food culture, where in the United States, where McDonald's came around and selling hamburgers really cheap, and they became this tremendous organization. So the web hosting industry kind of adapted that fast food mentality, and it blew up the industry with these type of hosts that were offering web hosting pennies on the dollar. Me personally, I like quality over quantity, because you have to be really careful reselling web hosting for really cheap. If you want a bunch of customers, you can say, I'm going to offer a penny a month hosting for a customer. Okay, cool. You'll probably get 100 customers your first day, but you're going to be making what, $1? So it's going to take a lot of customers to make money, but is it worth supporting them? Let's say, even if you charge $1 a month, how many to make $100 a month is going to be 100 customers. Eventually, 2 of those customers, 3 of those customers, 4 of those customers are going to reach out for support. If you're charging them $1 a month, if you're charging them $2 a month, how much are they worth to you? Eventually, you're going to be so overwhelmed with all these customers, and they're only paying you such little. How much is it worth? So, and a lot of times, these type of customers, because I've tried it before. We've tried to enter the discount market, and here's what happens almost always. You get a lot of customers that are international from third world countries, and when they sign up, they are going to be quick to go to the next discount. So let's say that you offer $2 web hosting, they're going to go look for the $1.50 web hosting the next time. And when you go to rebill them, if you're rebilling them monthly or yearly, they're probably not going to retain. They're really low quality, low caliber customers. So I don't really recommend offering a discounted web hosting service. For reselling, you're free to do what you want to do, but you're going to find that it can become a really big pain in the butt, just because you have to look at it. What's it worth to you? I would rather see all of our resellers focus on quality over quantity. It's much better to have 5 customers paying you $100 each than it is to have 500 customers paying you $1 each. From the support, manpower, to just keeping overall sanity. That's just what I recommend, and that's where I see the success throughout the industry. Let the discount hosts continue to be discount hosts. Guys and gals like HostGator, GoDaddy, they can continue to offer really cheap hosting, but they've got the billions of dollars to try to support it. But then again, that's why customers are leaving them, because of the poor caliber support. We want to be different. Okay, that's going to conclude my section here on determining your niche. By this point, you should have a good idea about what type of hosting it is you want to offer for your reseller hosting business. So at this point, you're good to go purchase your reseller package. If you were waiting to watch this before you registered your domain, because you might want to register your domain around whatever niche you're reaching. For example, if you decide you're going to sell managed WordPress hosting, you might want to use something with WordPress in the domain. You might want to use something with managed in the domain. So that's why I wanted to film this video and then show you the setup tutorial. So you can skip around or do what you need to do, but you can go ahead, if you don't already have a reseller account with us at NameHero. I'm going to be using it for all of the following video tutorials, so you probably want to go ahead and grab it if you haven't already. And then I'm going to show you how to set up your website, how to show you how to set up WHMCS to automate the entire process. I'm going to show you how to integrate your account at NameHero, and then we'll talk about start marketing to your customers, because that is the final piece to really get going. So thanks so much for watching. Again, I hope by now you have a good idea of who you're going to target. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks so much, everyone.